G.A.M.E 365 podcast. I'm in the building with CEO Bookman from the movement. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Happy to be here. What's good with you?
Man, slow motion, man. It was a good opportunity for us to get together, man. It's been a long time overdue, man. And welcome home too, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. So, you know what I'm saying? Tell everybody, you know, where you from and how you came up.
I'm from Seattle. Born and raised in Seattle. I currently come from the Columbia City part of Seattle, right? And like how I came up on Rainier Ave, man. Like we do everything we wanted to on Rainier Ave and run to the district to go fuck with our peoples out there, man. You know, go to that district, go get 2 for 15 right quick.
This nigga's funny.
Like wasn't nothing like that 2 for 15. Don't act like you when that 2 for 15 hit, it was crazy, huh?
Hey, go get that pape downtown or anywhere you want to go.
I'm calling Chuck, bro. I'm calling Chuck or Tyree ASAP. Hey, my guy, dude.
It be blowing.
I swear.
So, how was it like growing up in the streets of, you know, Seattle and, you know, Rainier Ave, the South End, or, you know, wherever you got your roots from, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, looking back now, bro, it was everything. It was so fun. It wasn't even as dangerous as these times are now for these kids, but we were exposed to a lot because we were exposed to a lot of the crackheads, a lot of the things that poured over from the 80s into the 90s and the early 2000s. This is what we were access to in the streets. One of the things that I learned about life, especially being raised in and I guess blanketed by the smokers, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Bro, they gave us so much game. Like it was one of my aunties, I don't even remember her name. She was just auntie. She was the first person to bring me a bottle of cologne and told me women don't like a musty nigga. So make sure you put this cologne on. You know what I'm saying? And it was these type of things. Like this is what the streets at my particular time growing up, this is what they gave me.
Yeah.
They gave me a blueprint to be.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think that essence is missing and that's why these youngsters and motherfuckers is going crazy, crashing out, losing their mind because they missing that connection with some good game and wisdom right now?
Well, I think one of the biggest things I think is like there's a major fear of God. No matter what we was doing in the streets or whatever, like you would see auntie, you would see somebody and you would tuck it because you know she's a prayer warrior. Like you wouldn't just still do it or whatever, you would tuck it, and when she go, you would even feel a type of way on the inside. You would continue your behavior.
And there was some respect for them too, though.
Yeah, there was some of that, right? And so like there ain't no like I think there's a fear of God that's missing. I think there's an element of love that needs to be present. And just like people have to want something more for themselves instead of wanting something for somebody else to do it for them. Yeah.
So, you know, other than, you know, just us getting together and putting the interview together, you know what I'm saying? You have a popping and thriving clothing line, but I want to just say, you know, was there anything as growing up as a child that had to do with fashion or style that kind of, you know, when you got older, sparked the idea? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you come up? Was you like on some flavor shit, some fly shit? Was the boosters, you know what I'm saying, dressing you and shit? How was you know?
I come up off the grind, so I got dressed out of Columbia Plaza. I got dressed out of
King Center.
King Center was a little bit like I remember King Center, but I was a tadpole then. So it's like I grew up out of Columbia City, right?
Yeah.
And so like going to the plaza to go get dressed, going to go get fitted, going to get the Lot 29 nigga South Pole. You couldn't tell me nothing about South Pole. I had the first South Pole when they dropped because the people in the hood got them for me, right? Chubby and Tubby for the school shoes. Go get the LA Gear boots, the Ewings. Remember the Ewings, old school?
Come on now.
Right? Like that was it. But like my fashion sense came from Columbia Plaza. I used to look around and that's when the onslaught of like, damn, I want my own clothes came into play. That's where the seed was planted at a very, very young age.
Yeah. What are some of the like lessons and principles and shit you learned, you know, early on coming up in the streets though?
The principles I learned in the streets is turn 1 into 2 and turn 2 into 5.
Ooh, talk to me.
And then like stack more than you spend. And so it's crazy we even have this conversation. The other day I was driving through Seattle, right? And I pulled into I was on Martin Luther King and Graham. And I remember growing up when you used to pull to the liquor store back there on Martin Luther King and Graham, there was a nigga back there selling clothes. There was a nigga back there selling tapes and CDs. And I remember there was this old school who used to sell tamales out of his Seville, right? And so for some reason, I don't know why, in the back of my head, I told myself I always wanted to sell something out the trunk. So right now, to this day, bro, a lot of my business principles are predicated off the basics.
Man, and the basics is where, you know, you create your foundation.
They are working.
I'm trying to tell you, it's the essence.
They are working, I swear.
I'm trying to tell you. I had posted something on Facebook the other day, and I want to ask you, too, what is one piece of game, wisdom, or knowledge that you got from somebody that's no longer here, that's, I'm talking about elder, that, you know what I'm saying, that you ride with to this day?
Like that's passed away?
Yeah, like some game
I
from,
think
you know.
when you say that, the first person that just automatically just comes to my mind and heart is my brother Dose, right?
Yeah, rest in peace, Dose, man.
And I swear, like when I first started the clothing brand, I like made these bags and I put purple ribbons on the bags to symbolize pancreatic cancer. So as I get further in my journey with my brand, I want to schedule cancer checkups for us black men because it's super imperative that we catch it early.
Yeah.
When you catch it early, you can deal with it. Because people don't die from cancer, they die from the complications of cancer.
Ooh.
Right? And so my brother, as he's talking, when he come home from the feds or the compassionate release, I had a cell phone in the joint as I'm starting the brand. I'm just about to get it cracking. I got my designs from finding manufacturers in Pakistan, and I'm talking to him, bro, about it. And the best piece of advice my brother said, he said, just do it, bro, because you don't want to go back to these streets. These niggas ain't playing fair.
Ooh. Rest in peace, Dose. Michael Morgan, man.
Yeah. And
my
it's
big
like,
Cuddy, man. Love you to death.
I promised them that I wouldn't. And it's like, so far, so good. Today, yesterday, and prior, I've been living up to that promise and being back home now, not being able to see my brother, but like wishing that he could see me doing my stuff is extreme motivation. Yeah. Especially like just a few weeks ago, I went and picked up his daughter. Yeah. And I went and got some ice cream with her. A few days later, went and took my niece to go get a bike. Yeah. And just to see me being able to provide, not from hustling, but like really like gritting this shit out and being able to provide for my brother's daughter. My niece, like while he's gone, like fucking right. I ain't gonna let these niggas trick me off the streets because they're not playing fair no more.
Man, they ain't playing fair at all, man. They playing dirty pool out here, man.
With a bat. They shooting with a bat. They ain't even shooting with a pool stick.
What E40 said, they playing football with basketball rules.
I promise you it's different. And I realize it, and I'm just, like me personally, I'm terrified to go back to jail. Man.
So, you know, speaking of jail and prison and shit, we ain't gonna dive into, you know, exactly what occurred, but I know you had to do, you know, a stint incarcerated, a substantial amount of time, you know, 10 plus years. How did that affect you psychologically, you know, when you first went in? Because now you're not looking down, you're looking up.
I'm still learning how that affected me then. But one of the things that, like, when I went into jail, like, I made a promise to myself that I was gonna come back out that bitch. Yeah. Like, you can't, like, I was 23 when I got sentenced to hundreds of months, right? And so you're telling a 23-year-old you're not gonna be home till you're 80 years old or whatever. I got to Column Bay, I got off the chain, and I looked around, and I'm like, I can't do my time here or whatever. I was in B unit. When I was in B unit, the law library's right there, so I camped out in there. I figured something out for myself because, bro, I didn't want to be like the niggas working in the kitchen in CI, level 4, making $1.70 an hour, feeling like you doing something when really you're just comfortable being at the top and bottom, top and the bottom in life. And so, like, my perspective when I first went to jail was like, how do I get home? But in the process of how do I get home, how do I heal and deal with the things that cause me to think or do criminalistic behavior, knowing damn well that this shit isn't conducive to greatness.
For sure. Do you think that, you know, coming in early and having to deal with, you know, the so-called prison politics affected a lot of you, you know, being able to fight your case and you know, be able to handle your business when it came to, you know, filing PRPs and habeas corpus? And
the prison politics didn't affect me at all because I'm Book. Like first and foremost, before Book, I'm Benjamin Khalil. Like, the politics, like, it's cool for me to link in with cats from Yakima and Tacoma and all that. Like, we can link in and we can pop it, but like, you niggas ain't my brothers for real.
For sure.
You niggas are just somebody I know or whatever. So in order for me to go outside to this yard and get into a altercation with somebody where I'm willing to do something to them and it takes away from my mom, son, women, a brand,
what you got
life,
going on?
Anything, bro. Like, in order to risk that, no, nigga, I'm not risking that for you. So I don't even want to participate in those politics. I never even played like I was political. I played positional.
Talk to me.
I'm trying to get back.
Talk to me. So speaking of positional, you know, there was something that you kind of told me off the camera, you know, the idea behind how, you know, everything occurred, but, you know, let the world know how the inception, the idea, the beginning of the brand, the movement was created while incarcerated.
It literally happened, bro, just like, man, I call it God first, right? Like, let's not go away from that. But it happened just because, like, when you position yourself in certain spaces, shit happens, right? That's why it's always good to do good, right? You cannot go wrong doing the right thing, right? I repeat, you cannot go wrong doing the right thing. So at this particular time when I started the brand, I reached out to Eddie Purpose from Progress Pushers. I reached out to Kuhn, Harvey Johnson. I reached out to Cortez, right? So I'm in a class called like ethics or some shit. I got an AA degree in health and human services. So in this class, they're asking me, what's your client population and how do you plan to serve them? And I'm like, that's a good ass question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
my
like,
demographics. Hold on, let me see.
at the time, I had been gone from Seattle for 12 years.
Yeah.
The day before, my homegirl was Shonda. I'm on video chat, and she shows me 3rd and Pine, which is now.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, 3rd and Pine. I'm trying to get fitted, and we're trying to get down there, and like we're trying to get. What was the shoe store down there?
Sneaker City.
Sneaker City.
Yeah.
And then they had the store by McDonald's. You can go get the belt clips and
I know you're
and all that type of shit. The fake IDs and all that, right?
All
like,
the shit.
But she shows me downtown, and when she shows it to me, I'm like, that's not 3rd and Pine. She's like, yes, the fuck it is, and I'm in awe because this isn't my downtown that I'm used to. There's businesses boarded up, nigga walking across the street. It's December, it's cold, smoke coming out the store drain, and so I'm like, nah. I hit up these niggas. I'm like, hey, I got a few $100. I just ordered this shit. I want you guys to feed the homeless for me.
Yeah.
They're like, feed the homeless for you? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to make 60 bags. I created this concept that I'm gonna push further. It's called the CCP, the Community Care Package. I created 60 CCPs, which is bags with beanies, gloves, socks. COVID was high at the time, so I put hand sanitizer, chapstick, and made food, and had my people hand this shit out, right? And that's how the brand started. Eddie told me to go make a logo. And I'm like, man, I'm not about to make no logo because I didn't want nobody to do it because I'm doing it through a cell phone tucked to the corner in the joint. I just want to tend to my people. When he said make the logo, I put that shit online. And once I put the logo online, people started asking me for it. And I'm like, huh? And so I got a brother in Oregon who has a t-shirt business. I hit him up. He ordered the vinyl. He ordered the blanks. He printed everything, sent it to me. I started hustling that shit.
Ooh, wait. So, how does philanthropy, giving back, to the streets where you come from and just the city as a whole, how does that feel, as a man and doing it while you're going through a struggle, you know what I'm saying?
I'm learning what that looks like. I'm learning how that balances or whatever, right? There's a song by G.A.M.E right now that's one of my theme songs. It's called Down by the River. And that nigga say like he pass out hunters like his tokens. To me, I haven't had money, right? Like I haven't, like even when you're locked up and you got bread, hey baby, how much money I got? I got 4,200. Like I haven't, like okay, I got access. I don't have no money, right? And then so here it is. I come back out and like I get blessed, bro. Like life, like I don't even know, right? But it's just like if I see somebody hurting right here, I'm gonna do something about it. And so I'm learning how to take care of everything while I'm not pulled in so many different directions.
Spreading yourself too thin.
Because I realized since I've been here, if you let somebody work you for $40, they just will.
Yeah.
Like CeeLo, rest in peace, the nigga from Harvard's, he said something on his Facebook page and it was just astonishing to me when he said it. He says, people with problems, you will never have enough solutions for. They'll use every solution you got and still have a problem.
They call it finessing now, man.
Oh, that's what that is?
They call it finessing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what finesse it is?
They move along, man. It's like catching the bus, man. They catch one after the next, after the next, after the next. A lot of cats are surviving off finessing.
See, I thought finesse was have some filthiness to it, like some
our
pizzazz.
Generation. That's how our generation was.
It needs to be presented in a way where it's smooth and like it got a little rhythm to it and it feels good while it's happening. Not it happens and you just like left me here with my pants down, bitch. What?
Hey man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's so watered down now, man. They think that
that's called finessing. Yeah, I didn't know.
Man.
I see you learn something new every day.
I'm trying to tell you, man. So, what are some of the ideas behind money now that you're a business owner that, you know what I'm saying, that, implement into the way you run your business, though?
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I just came home. I ain't even been home 4.5, 5 months yet, right? So I'm still learning about money. But, like, I know that, like, my hustler, my inner hustler is what keeps me afloat. Yeah. So it's just like, I can spend, but I know that there's an amount of money, no matter what, I'm not going to spend because I need this to do this with. And so it's just like coming straight home, taking care of my home, taking care of my community people, the neighbors, the homeless, bro. Like, these are all things that I pray to be able to do. And so every time I see an opportunity to do it, I very rarely miss it. But I'm at the stage right now where I need to do it more organized. And so that's where I'm seeking on how to be able to like feed my community, clothe them, take care of them, give them some shelter, some hope, some motivation, some prayer.
Sure. How was it important, going in jail for whatever you went in jail for, transition to prison, go through the struggles, the ebbs and the flows of trying to come home and not happening immediately, not happening in the first 5 years, not happening in the first 10 years. And then somewhere along the path from 0 to 10 or 15 years, you decide, I need to get an education.
That was immediate. It's so crazy you're asking me this, right? So the business principles that I started my brand off, right? Like I got locked up in 2007. I get to prison in 2009. By I got to prison December of 2009. By February of 2010, I was already in a class for a certificate class called Small Business and Entrepreneurship. I think it's through like Grace Harbor Community College or something. So it's a course you take for a year. It's not a degree course, it's a certificate course. And so you learn all the lower level principles of business,
the fundamentals
right?
of shit.
And so this is where I learned how important it was to have a design, to have a logo, to do this, just so many different steps that once it clicked in, I don't know where I would be without that class. And the teacher's name was Mr. Ledbetter. I remember him. He was a bald head, ugly looking motherfucker, a skinny Mr. Potato Head dude that wanted us to get the information. And I appreciated it because I started my business off some shit that I went into prison because I knew I had to educate. Like, if you come out with the same game you went in with, it's not applicable.
Man, woo!
It's just not gonna be because it needs to be updated. Like, you can't use a cell phone from 15 years ago. Why would you be able to use the game from 15 years ago?
Trying to tell you.
It needs to be updated. So
you got to fine tune it, upgrade it. You know what I'm saying?
So the education piece was like, I always tell my son right now, it's not necessarily the education, but you want to learn how to learn. And so like once I got to prison, like I needed to not learn like how to be once I got back home, but how to be in prison. But I got there at 23 and I haven't had a chance to really stop and focus on my life, who I was, my pain, the blame, the guilt, the shame, my mom being a smoker, my brother being gone, my daddy dying earlier, all the excuses and shit. I had to figure out how to let him go. Eddie Purpose, he came to this like the little Juneteenth shit we be having.
Shout out Tangeray, man.
I love him, bro. When he came near, he has this analogy he uses of a bent tree, right? If the tree's bent to the left, you can't just bend it to the middle to get it back right. You have to bend it twice as much in order to get it back center. And since he told me that, it's always been my quest to really go a little bit harder to get myself aligned, to get myself centered. And education has been an extreme part of that, as well as Islam and family.
Yeah. So, how many naysayers did you have in your life and just that was in each ear or that was just showing you, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even know, because if you rub me the wrong way, I'm out of there. Like, I don't even give people a chance to naysay on me, guy. Like,
talk to me.
Like you rub me the wrong way, I'm out of there, bro, because I don't lose by shaking the spot.
Bad energy and low vibrational activity, man, ain't even, a part of a motherfucker's.
Or like if a nigga like shake my hand and like look weird, like it's cool for right now, but we won't be doing this twice.
For real.
Like, it was good to see you, but we won't be seeing each other twice. Like, I'm gone, bro, because it's just I'm stronger now, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, soulfully, right? But I remember there was a time where if I allowed that shit to permeate my existence, what you telling me that I can't, I would believe it. And if I would believe it, I couldn't achieve what I set out to do, so I don't even pay attention to that.
So, henceforth, you got the movement. It's been thriving from behind bars, transition to the streets. It's been going good. What is the movement, the brand, the streetwear brand, the philosophy behind it? What does that mean to you?
So the movement, if everybody sees like the movement, right, it's in parentheses. So a lot of the times I started, it was like freedom movement. And inside the free, it's like free book, but of course, right? But free means to frequently reach each elevation. I came up with this analogy. Your cousin who hit you up for me, Leah. Shout out Leah. Shout out Cuddy. Hey, she hit you up for me like while I was still in prison, so we can do this right now. She came. Her and I were sitting there talking. She was like, I'm like, this shit's the level up. She was like, frequently reaching each elevation. And every since then, like, this is what the brand means. But that's for like the nonprofit side of things. So when I put it inside the parentheses, I do this because of the math, right? You know, PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, etc., right? So anytime something's in parentheses, you do it first. So I want the movement to be interchangeable. So for today, we have the movement on, but we're putting Game 365 inside the parentheses because this is what we're doing. You must do this first in order for the equation to equal out properly. And so like for my people, I want my people to level up, and I'll make the parentheses bold enough so they can place themselves in that position, so they can circle themselves off and they can get their shit together through motivation and inspiration.
Man, so this is the Game 365 podcast, man. I need to know your definition of game.
Having something, to me, bro, like game is like having something that's transferable. But it's like everybody thinks game is me popping a collar or saying something slick to somebody or something. It's me having a tool that I can use, and once I'm done using it, I can transfer this tool to you, and you can use it. I might want my shit back. And depending on what the tool opens up, I might gotta charge you a fee.
Woo.
But it's a tool, bro. Game is a tool that you use to fix or break shit down or go somewhere with.
And it unlocks a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. It's that tool.
Woo, man. If there was anything that, you know what I'm saying, you could say, you know, to your supporters, your long standing customers, your people that's been, you know, supporting the movement, the brand, from incarceration to, you know, freedom, man. Is there anything
Well, like the list goes on. I be hating these type of things or whatever because I'm sitting here like off the dribble, bro. Like my mom, lady, I love you. Dear mama, I fucking love you, lady. Like, I love you like nothing else this world has ever seen. Without that lady, man, like literally, figuratively, positionally, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, I have no clue who or where I would be. She's my OG, she's my guide, she's my GOAT. She teaches me what life looks like she teaches me what life looks like when you want something different. She teaches me patience, she teaches me how to execute my own personal perseverance. My mom, bro, like that whole bit, nigga, that lady never missed a thing. Yeah. Not a thing, bro, like not a thing. Like my mom's so weird, like if you too sad when she talks to you on the phone, she'll drive to Column Bay just to feed you a hamburger with an hour and a half left of visitation, right? So those moments are the things that are etched into my fibers of why it's mandatory for I be great. But of course, like the Eddie purposes, you know, because he was there at the onslaught, even before the shit, like Eddie gave me a opportunity to believe and dream and look bigger. But all these supporters of the brand, every time I see somebody somewhere, I always want to hug them, do something for them, with them. Because through this brand, I was able to come back home. They gave me the money to hire proper legal representation. Donisha, like that's my lady, bro. She's been instrumental in like holding me down while I figure me out what it looks like, how it is. No, nothing like, especially at the part like my last little bit of time in prison. Like she looked out in ways that I couldn't put into words right now, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to appreciate that. I'm still learning the value of that. I would be remiss if I don't mention my god brother, Papa Black. Papa Black Da Vinci, bro. That nigga, man. Like I don't even know. That nigga's been huge, bro. Like huge for me. Like there's never been a moment. I don't care a season. I don't care a time. I don't care a distance where he's not pulling up. Where he's not about to yank up and figure out what it is, how it is, put it on his back, photo shoot,
1K.
what I need to do. 1K, I swear to God, the long way, the strong way. Like it's just not even a label, it's a lifestyle at this point. Him, bro, like he's been instrumental in everything that I got going on. Not even just the brand point, but like I just got off the phone with him yesterday. I called him about situations with my son to make sure I don't tweak out too much, right? Coming home, the first podcast I did, the Legendary Dope Show with Alicia Michelle, like I was so nervous and I didn't even know how to do that. Like that lady has been like now, like on the streets, like I call her my publicist. Like that's literally like my dog. Like there's not a moment where she can put me in a room that I'm not in that she doesn't hesitate to make sure that I'm in that room. You know what I'm saying? Like that's those dope. Type of people, you can't buy that. With all the money in the world, you couldn't buy somebody who really wants to see you win.
That's genuine, like that. Man. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Just people. Everybody, bro. Like it's just too many. Like if you feel like I haven't shouted you out or mentioned you, like please don't charge my heart. Just charge my mind, because we're on a time schedule here.
Talk to me. You know, what are some of the, you know, to speak on business and creating a streetwear brand, because it's not easy. As much people think it is just putting something on a t-shirt.
Bro, I swear to God, bro, like no lie, like Seattle, I've had about, I'm probably exaggerating, I'm probably not, I've had about 40 drops, 40, 50 drops, right? Out of those 40 or 50 drops, to my standard, it hasn't always been right, but this is the growth. This is the learning lesson. I've only been doing this for like 4 years, right? Matter of fact, I started 4 years ago and I was only able to do it for the first year and a half, and now I'm back home. There's always something you can get better at, always something you can learn, something you wish you did differently, something that I never, like, I'm never satisfied. I'm appreciative and I'm grateful, but I'm never satisfied.
What are some of the pros and cons of creating a streetwear brand though?
It takes time. And if you're looking for instant success, the only time I really made some real money was my first drop. If I was just in it for a couple $1,000, I could have got out of it right? Because that money that I made, that couple $1,000 that I profited, I put that back into the business and I've lost it a time or two with sizing issues, with clothing, with missing. I've had packages stolen off of porches, all type of shit, right? Like I've been learning and I've been going through it with my people, and that's the biggest thing. Like them supporters, like the people who pull up and support the movement, like it's them. It's them for sure.
For sure. how hard is it to keep focused and keep positive when you go through those type of obstacles and roadblocks though? Because I'm a brand owner too, and I done been through all of the above. I done had motherfuckers from out of state, out of the country, short me on my bread, stop answering, give me half of my drop, I don't get the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? I can't get a hold of them. I ain't in Dubai to pull up or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's dope though. I got like a cool little community in Pakistan now, right?
That's good.
I remember. So I have my little sister. Her name is Aishana Nicole. Mm-hmm. She has a clothing brand. Hopefully she get back going. It's called Royal Drip. I remember one time she's dealing with one of my manufacturers in Pakistan. They're playing with her package, right? Nigga, they ain't answering no calls. I had to call another one.
Pull up.
Here's these guys' number. Pull up. They message her like, hey, sorry, going through something. Here's your stuff. We'll send it 2 weeks type shit, right?
Yeah.
So that part, I love that. I can call overseas and have them shake some shit up.
Yeah.
But bro, there's so much that goes into it. Like, I think for me, the biggest thing, because I'm emotional, right? Like, I love this shit. Like, I love it. Like, I stay up at nighttime for it. So it's like if something's off, like if one thing is off in my mind, nigga, I'm ready to throw the whole order away. And then so like my people's got to tell me, no, bro, like chill, like you're tripping, it's filthy, it's this or that. But I wanted the zipper to go this way, but it can be something small and minute to everybody else. They don't see it, but when it's you gotta stay even keel, man. And like balancing the emotions with the brand, like unless you're really ready for like some losses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, because the losses turn into lessons when you recycle them properly. They're not lessons off the dribble. They're not lessons until you look at it from that angle. Talk to me. And so like, if you're not ready to go through some losses and do the refining process to recycle it and so you can get your blessings out of it, like don't start this shit, because it's cool to like throw your designs together, but it takes a whole lot, bro.
Real talk.
Especially to do it at a high level.
Real shit. So what has been your experience with, now that you're running a company, a lot of people in the town know about it, but then you're responsible for marketing and advertising, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How has that created you to be somebody that you haven't been? Because we come from the street, so we're used to advertising and marketing this work. Right. Or this tree. Right. Or, whatever from the legal.
Same principles.
Talk to me.
I use the same exact principles.
Talk to me.
I'm a word of mouth nigga, right? Like, I want to be able to give you this bag of ooh-wee, and this bag of ooh-wee was ooh-weeing so viciously, you told bro, I know who got the ooh-wee. Yeah. And now I'm like, you back already, you don't even want to tell bro who got the ooh-wee just yet. Time. And like, that's literally, like, I swear, like, when it came to like, at certain points, I'm getting mad at niggas when it comes to my clothing brand. Hey bro, I want it first. Yeah. And then when they get it first, they won't tell somebody else to get it.
I need somebody else to have it, nigga.
They're not understanding that process. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so
they treat you like you was Chapo. We don't want nobody to know him.
Like, I'm the plug, but like, no, I need this shit to go, right, gang? And so it's not going, but that's been one of the principles, bro. I'm an old school hustler, bro. I tell you, like, I want to turn 1 into 2, and then I want to turn 2 into 5. Yeah. Sometimes, depending on the bill or hiccup, at least make it 3, and then have a little bit of money to pay the bills. But that 3 got to be 7 by next week, player. And that's literally how I view this shit.
So let's talk mathematics, though, because a lot of people think it is simple as just having $200-300 going to get some T-shirts printed. But like you said, you have to become your own accountant in this game too.
Because like, you don't never want to do nothing to not make no money, especially something that you love. Yeah. It's cool to like volunteer and look out, but like, get your bread, man. Hey, get your bread, right? For me, the mathematics behind it is just like I'm learning how it goes. Like my profit margins, I never hit the profit margin that I want. Yeah. When I first get this shit, if I got 50 pieces, if I sell this 50 after all these is gone, by the time you're done with 50, you're always gonna have 3 left. Yeah, You've used 2 or 3 for some returns.
Yeah. You wearing some shit. You got this and that.
You seen Lil Man, and he just hit for 30 at the game and got 2 steals, and his grade just went from a D to a B plus. So you got to hit him off. You know what I'm saying? You don't accommodate for that when you're pushing it. So it's just like the profit margins. I really don't look at that. Moving forward, I need to look at it a little bit more. But like, this shit's from my heart. Like, this shit's for the streets, because I'm in the streets with it. So I give it to my people accordingly. Like, I tax, but I don't charge though. Yeah. Ooh.
Is there anything that you can tell your 16-year-old self that may be aspiring to be an entrepreneur, whether it's creating a streetwear brand, whether it's going into, the graphic design industry, whether, you know what I'm saying, you're chasing the NBA, whether you're chasing the NFL, whether you're chasing, just, you know, being
Your
that
goals, your
ultimate
dreams,
investor.
period. Yeah,
like, you know, tell us something that you would tell your 16-year-old
If I could tell
self.
my 16-year-old self right now, I would tell that little nigga, like, bro, love yourself. Like love yourself, bro, and soak up all the shit that's around you. Cause I came up with some good niggas, bro. Like man, like my list of niggas who've poured into me and taught me how to like hustle and get it. They only taught me what they knew. And so I don't fault them for the game that they given me because they only gave it to me how it was given to them. But now as a grown man, I know how to give it back differently. Whatever. I'm not gonna teach my son and the niggas around me how to load the clip with the brownies on, to cut the work or bag the, I'm not gonna teach them that. Like I'm not gonna show them that, right? Because this is what my niggas was showing me. The 16-year-old self, bro, like love on yourself a little bit more, bro. Cause like through love, that's the discovery of who you are. And who you are, you figure out what you need to be doing. And it's once it reveals itself, you'll be able to recognize it because you're kind of like centered, you're aligned.